why don't you go ahead and introduce the players, Mr. Smurf?
All right, spawning as the blue Protoss player to the top left, representing Evil Geniuses, team located in California. I believe they're in the midst of relocating to I want to say San Francisco. Does that sound right?
They have a pro house in California, yes.
Okay, so they're in California.
Yep, I think it's around the San Francisco area. I know it's near-ish to the Root House and the rest of the esports hubs that are in the area.
Yep.
He's
one of the players that's been around since the beginning
yes.
of StarCraft 2 at least. So, it's always nice to see players who are capable of sticking around for such a long period of time. It is Hawk.
Chris Loringer has a dual citizenship, America and Canada. Do you think that should be allowed? Or do you have to pick one?
I don't consider Canada a real country.
Whoa,
so.
whoa. I want to apologize to all the Canadians watching. Just kidding. Who's in the bottom right there?
To the bottom right, we have also representing Team Evil Geniuses. It is Revival.
Oh, it's so funny.
I'm sorry, chat. I was just kidding.
Some of them are laughing. Actually, a lot of them are agreeing. Narwellable says, I'm Canadian and I agree. Oh, you guys are awesome. All right, so Protoss versus Zerg. The map is Belshir Vestige.
Hatch first out of Revival. Been seeing that a lot lately. Like, I remember...
Hatch first is good, man.
I remember when Zergs were like, oh, Hatch first against a Protoss is like auto loss. I mean, especially against someone like Huck. Huck seems like one of the players that was like, oh, he's definitely going to cannon rush you if you even think about hatching first.
This is also the map where you can do cannon shenaniganry. Is what I was going for there.
Cannon shenanigans.
In the form of building cannons behind your opponent.
Shenanigans.
Right. It's done. Shenanigans is now what it's called. You put the pylons behind. You can wall it.
There they go.
Shenanigans. This is a fake.
I don't know. He's building a forge.
It's a fake.
But he has a forge on the way.
Yeah, you're right.
Shenanigans. He wants him to think it's fake. It's like a double psych out.
Oh my God, you're right. So Revival's thinking it's a fake because he's a smart player.
He's like, look, because look, this Overlord's right here. He's like, come on. He's not even like forge expanding.
And he sees the gateway too. Huck, what are you up to? Okay, there's a cannon. There's a couple pylons.
One. He needs one more. Oh, he's.
Well, there's still 3 drones on that.
Oh, there we go. Another cannon. Wow. Actually, yeah, there's 3
Is this going to work out here?
I think he misplaced his cannon.
I think so too. Like if 3 drones can get surface area, I feel like it can DPS it down fast.
I don't know. This cannon's got. It's like it has health, but it's not going down. It's just kind of staying the same.
I think that might be on purpose from Revival.
This
I think Revival is wanting. Okay, there's 3 cancels. No, I don't see this working.
Yeah, this is defended. The Lings are out. Yeah.
And Revival's even mining with his drones. He's that confident that it's going to be okay.
Yeah, the Lings are out. There's already like 6 Lings out here.
So Huck is going to have to...
Huck is not in a happy place. He is sitting in his chair in the IEM booth. Of course, I can't see him, but I can feel his Protoss frustration.
I don't think he's in a booth right now, though.
It's thick in the air. I can smell it. The disappointment.
There we go.
I mean, look at the units lost. He just lost 700 minerals.
That didn't work out. Okay, so the idea I like of the double fake on the cannon rush, he didn't place it optimally.
Yeah, the pylon placement was off. He allowed those 3 drones to sneak in there.
Yeah.
If he could have like somehow blocked those 3 drones, if that cannon could have finished, then he succeeds greatly. Because then he also has Zealots out, and he can just continue to deny any future expansions with Zealots too.
Yes. So for now, he's pretty far behind. He's still on base too. He's adding on 2 gateways. No Nexus in sight. Working on Warp Gate. Where does he go from here?
Well, I guess it looks like he's gonna try to go for some kind of sentry expand. I want to say. He's not getting any upgrades. He really doesn't have the gas to get any upgrades. He's starting to get sentries. If he were going for an all-in, I feel like he'd be investing in more gateways. But then again, Warp Gate's not even halfway done yet, so he could still be contemplating all-in. We do have 1 probe sneaking out, another probe kind of getting confused and stuck.
In Revival, Revival has seen these extra gateways, so he knows exactly what his opponent's up to. He's making a 3rd base. He has speed, and if you have speed at this point, you're going to feel pretty comfortable.
He's taking a 3rd base. This is another thing a lot of Zergs are doing. They take these 3rd bases before Protosses have even started the naturals. Like, it's.
What are we going to do about those Zergs?
Cheese them.
Cheese them? I think Huck just tried that and failed.
Cheese them better.
Cheese them twice.
Cheese them twice. I like that.
Same game. So Nexus is underway. Overload's going to spot that. And from here, Huck, I feel like the best decision might be, okay, let's just play defensive. We're behind. Let's play defensive. Let's take this to the mid-game. Maybe try to incorporate some pressure off of 2 bases, because you always have a Mothership Core you can recall. I see no reason not to try to do something like that.
Yep.
But you always have to be aware of these counterattacks.
Probe.
So he's got to get this wall off. Oh, probe taken out there. He's got to get a wall off up so that he can actually push out. Otherwise, there's literally no threat here from Huck. Revival sees all this, and he's like, okay, I'm just going to keep making drones and making my economy awesome.
Yep, Lair on the way for Revival as well. So, got a Roach Warren finishing up, probably just for safety. Still not really taking the gases and the second gas in his main. He did take the second gas in his natural, but he's also got his third coming up, so he's going to probably continue droning up until that third base is saturated. We do have the speedlings out on the map, going to be checking for any Protoss probes or any army movements whatsoever before he starts producing anything major. Huck's army trying to sneak around the edge. Will it get spotted? Yes.
Okay.
Zergling Scout sees everything.
There's one thing to see it, and the other thing, the second thing to do anything about it.
There's no pylon on the map, so...
That's true. These things are going to be annoying. Okay, there's a sentry there. Huck going to have to back away those probes a little bit. Warping some zealots up defensively, and he's got that army still going across the left-hand side of the map.
He wants to try to take out this third.
There already, though.
This queen, though, it's picking away at this Mothership Core, but like you said, there's a lot of roaches streaming out.
Maybe 10. Of course, he can always recall, so, you know, I'm passively okay with this, forcing a lot of units out of his opponent.
He's just trying to intimidate with those force fields.
Sure.
I think Huck realizes there's way too many units to get anything done. Going to be retreating. Smart timing, too, is he's not forced to burn a recall on his Mothership Core. These slow roaches are nowhere near fast enough to catch up with this army.
No, they're not. And they can even be time warped, which would slow them down even more, but not necessarily.
What happens? I have a question. What
Go
happens
for
if there's a queen and you're hitting it with concussion grenades?
Yes.
And it's off creep, and then you time warp it?
You time warp it. Well, first of all, it's 3 races, so that can't be 1v1.
It can't be 1v1.
No.
But
okay.
What's its move speed?
I think I'm actually afraid that you suggested that, because now someone is going to try that in a 2v2 or custom, and the world is going to break.
What
because
else slows stuff down?
The queen is going to try to go back in time, and then there's going to be a time-space continuum rip in the field of everything that exists, and then we're all doomed. So no one go try that, please.
Let's not think about it anymore. My
Yeah,
head's starting to hurt. Anyway, Revival taking down these rocks, trying to clear the pathway to his 4th base. Mothership Core still kind of clearing these watchtowers, trying to deny vision of Revival as much as possible so that Huck can have a glimpse of a chance at, you know, catching back up economically.
Yes.
We do have a few Immortals being pumped out, a few more gateways being added on as well. Will Huck be going for this 2-base Immortal push?
That's what it looks like right now. I mean, he's chrono boosting the heck out of that robo, adding on a bunch of gateways. It's 3 gateways added on in total. Is he probe count? Did he stop making probes? I feel like he might have.
Yeah, he did. He's
44,
actually cut at 44,
so
and that's like the 2-base
he's going
2-base saturation. So this will be a 2-base dedicated push.
And Revival sees all of this. He just scouted with an Overseer to see that robo.
And he saw the Immortals too with the Lings.
So let's see how Revival prepares. He has a Spire on the way. He's got some Hydras in production. At this point, it might be a good idea to pretty much exclusively make units. Hallucinated Phoenix is going out here from Huck. Now I'm wondering what exactly he's looking for. I'm not sure what adjustments he... Okay, so he just added on 2 probes.
No, this Mothership Core is in a dangerous place. Nope, but it's gonna get away.
Good control there from Huck so far, but Revival up 157 to 109 in supply. A Time Warp could go down. That was a great Time Warp. He's going to try to get close to get some force fields down. Another Time Warp going down here from Huck. Great control, going to try to take this army off guard. Mothership Core getting taken out. There go the force fields. A couple of Immortals in this composition as well. Huck trying to take out this army, but this is just the preliminary army of Revival. And while this does look decent, you know, Revival just might have enough with that force alone to kind of shove Huck back. And Huck actually making a robotics bay behind this, so he's actually looking to transition.
Yeah, Huck looked like he kind of over-microed that battle. It seemed like a lot of his Stalkers were all trying to focus 1 unit at a time, which generally is a good idea, especially in smaller army engagements. But what I noticed was like a lot of the Stalkers were kind of not attacking and fumbling around. This Immortal getting pinned against the wall by the Zerglings, going to be going down. Huck down to 1 Immortal. 3 Roaches getting trapped by force fields, but looking at the sentries, they're out of energy. Huck at most has a Guardian Shield, but 3 more sentries being warped in, going to allow Huck to defend this ramp for just a short while longer.
Also, he's still a ways away from a Colossus. He's about to start his first one in production. No, he's making a Twilight Council instead and adding on 3 Zealots. Should make a Colossus soon. He has a supply for it.
He wants to take a third, but here comes the Army of Revival flanking in from 2 sides. Force fields going down, trying to prevent the Army of Revival from coming in. But there just may be too many units as Revival continues to pour in.
GG Revival. Kind of a straightforward game. Of course, that started off with Huck's decision to go for that, what did we call it? Shenanigans in the beginning of that game. Making the pylon outside of his
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Making the pylon outside of his opponent's natural expansion. Revival saw it, and Revival's like, why would you reveal your pylon to me? You're not cannon rushing. But then Huck said, LOL, yes I am. But then Revival said, LOL, okay, I'm going to kill those cannons. And then he's just so far ahead at that point. That's pretty much what happened in the early stages there. And then from there, Revival just played really well. He's scouting his opponent, not doing anything too greedy.
He made drones and then he made units.
Made drones
the Zerg
and made
way.
units. If you can learn to do that as a Zerg player, you're going to be a very happy camper indeed. So that being said, guys, Revival is currently up 1-0 against Huck. Huck is 1 loss away from being out of IEM New York City. Potentially the last game of the day is coming up next. I'm Axel Toss, joined by a Tiny Smurf. We'll be right back.